Tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio. Dropping knowledge in the studio, you already know.
Thank you for tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio. This is Prince.djae.
And this is your man, Ronnie Ron. Hakeem, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
You know we here, and we got another Prince on the show. He also is a Prince from his own kingdom. You know what I'm saying? 10 toes down, Memphis, representing.
Yes. Most definitely.
We got our boy Prince.djae on the line.
Yeah,
most definitely, bro.
What's happening, DJ, man? You know, it's kind of unique how I met DJ, because DJ, you know, Prince.djae, I was like, you know, scouting out, you know, looking for different artists. But, you know, music now is becoming different, very unique. His sound, his vocal, his skills is like, you know, like, man, we got to interview this guy.
No, definitely. No, keep it real. Say a lot of that trash all sounds the same. And his shit was original. And that's what the main thing we was attracted by. It didn't sound like anybody else. We can't compare it to anybody. And you actually have good songwriting ability. And I want to apologize to you about that, Prince, because I know a lot of people might look at you and get the misconception that you about to do some rap shit. But when I actually sat down and listened to it, I even let my girl listen to it, and she rocked with it. And I was like, yeah. She was like, then he's like, where he from? I said, yeah, he from down south. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I thought he was from Miami, but then when I look at his style, I'm like, nah, he ain't from no Miami. His style is totally different. I'm like, nah, he ain't from Miami.
No, I'm from Memphis, bro. Memphis, Tennessee, born and raised.
Awesome. Where the white girls are at, but the black girls are fine. I love the
You see what I'm saying? I feel you. Hey, look, you know, you said that. You said a mouthful with that.
Oh, no, definitely. Listen, I used to drive trucks through Memphis, and I don't know if you know where the I think it's that Love's off in the hood or so. It's just Memphis is just another world, though. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Listen. I'm at the truck stop standing outside, and some niggas jumped out the car and approached me. Hey, ain't your name Bubba? I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't even from out here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
I ain't even from out here. Yeah.
In the dirty South.
Yeah. And I'm like, nah, I ain't even from out here, bro. You sure, bro? You look like him. I say I'm from Florida. I don't, you know what I'm saying? But y'all do got some good barbecue. I'm gonna give you that.
Oh, yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do. We barbecue. I'm actually having a barbecue on my birthday coming up.
No,
wow. Yeah. Memphis is known for the barbecue. That's right.
Yeah. Best barbecue and blues.
Oh, for sure.
Wow.
So definitely. So let's get started, man. So tell us, how did you end up in music?
Man, of course, you know, I hate to say this, and I say this on every interview, you know, but it's actually true. I started in church, you know what I mean? Singing, you know, with the choir. I'm actually a musician. I play drums and piano and keys and all, you know, all that type of stuff. But I started playing drums in church when I was 5, and they would let me get off the drums and sing my song, you know, at 5 years old. So that's where I kind of started. And later in life, I got into high school, and I used to do talent shows and all of that. And then I was talking to this female, and she said to me, she said, you should be a R&B singer. And I was like, what? No, I just couldn't see it. But it was like the next day, I made a phone call, and me and one of my close partners formed a group called Emmett. Man, the rest is history. Well, the group actually broke up years later after, you know, there's different heads and different people, you know, just guiding some of us this way and guiding the other ones that way. It just was a lot with that. But I ended up going solo back in 2010, 2011, something like that.
And to this day, are you in a group like stay in contact or no?
I'm cool. We all cordial, you know. I'm cooler with some of them, but you know, we all cordial, speak and go as we go. I mean, I'm strictly on my solo deal. You know what I mean?
And I respect that, especially as you took it a little bit more seriously.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, and see, the thing is, I always wanted to be solo, but I think what the group did for me was showed me how to really be on a stage and how to really be in front of a big crowd and entertain people. Because even in the group, I was the lead singer, so you know, it put me in that position. But why I really wanted to be solo was because, you know, different egos and different people. I might look cool in this outfit, but he looks stupid in this outfit, so we can't wear the outfit because it don't look right on him. So it was certain things like that I really didn't want to have to deal with. So when it's me by myself, I wear what I want to wear and I do what I'm gonna do.
Which is very interesting. You know, Hakeem, that happens all the time. Like you notice that somebody is always a star out of the group. Every time it's a male group, no one can never stay together for too long.
No. Black, and it's sad to say that, but a lot of black groups is mainly be ego issues. You know what I mean, and money and stuff like that. So I can definitely understand where you come from. So now, it's a good segue to this question I have. What is the biggest challenges have you had being in the music industry from the beginning to this point now?
I would say now, man, with things changing and money is in the play now, so it'll take a whole lot of money to really make things go where they need to go. It'll take a whole lot of money to get the things in front of people. That has been the biggest thing for my career. But what's crazy is all of my career, I've always been a singer-songwriter, vocal producer, vocal arranger, but I never operated in that gift. I always operated under just being an artist, you know. So I was never in a position to really just, you know, be able to put a lot of money back into what it is I'm doing. Because, you know, being a new artist, shit, it takes money to get on shows. And if you're not really known, they're not going to pay you to do the show. So I'm not really making that much money off of the music at that point. But, you know, as I got older and now in my position where I understand I do a lot more, you know, it's a different situation. So now I'm able to make money different ways through my gift and through the music. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
And I want to ask you what, like, I know you say you're inspired by the church, but I want to know, like, what else inspired you to do music besides the church?
Man, I'm really a guy that music is my soul, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's who I am. It's that's how I start my day. That's how I end my night. You know what I mean? So listening to tunes and vibes is like, that's a part of who I am. So that also inspired me to, man, let me go do it. And just to be in a position to have the ability to do it and make just as good music as those people, that inspired me to, you know, keep it going and keep doing it.
No, wonderful. Now, DJ, let me ask you a question. Where do you get your sense of style from? Because you already dress like you famous.
Hey, bro, that's
so
crazy.
Too,
Bro, that's so crazy that you said that. Look, so like I told you, coming from the group, that already groomed me. That was back in 2003. You know, we came in watching B2K. We came in watching them dudes then jumping out of limos and being treated this way and being treated that way. When we young dudes pattering after them. So when I get 10, 11 years in the game, to a lot of other people, I'm new. But to me, I'm keeping up with the industry. I got to stay there. I can't come through looking or feeling like a new artist because in my heart, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't even so much of me keeping up with the game, but I feel like in my mind, I've already made it. You know what I'm saying? I might not have $2 million in the bank, but I ain't broke. I'm straight. You know, so I'm living off the music. I don't work a job. I ain't worked a job in over 10 years. So I feel like I'm successful in my own way. So
no, you are definitely.
So you know,
if you're able to make a living off of music, doesn't matter what, you know. Everybody got their own standard of what making money is. But if you haven't worked a regular job and you've been doing music, you are a successful musician. Because let's be honest about it, a lot of rappers don't even make money.
Facts.
You know what I mean? A lot of these dudes don't even dudes who are signed to major niggas are just around here eating peanuts. We all know this.
That's true. Facts.
You know what I mean? So is that because when I seen, you know what I mean, I've been in your Instagram and I'm like, man, this man know how to dress. You got that drip. You know what I mean? I'm saying you if nobody knew you, a lot of people would have thought you was from California. I'm just being real.
It's crazy. I was just in California last week, right? And this dude was walking down the walkway. I was standing outside the building downtown. And he passed by me. He said, man, I've seen you on TV or something. It's you. And I'm like, man, I can understand this. The aura that I give out, the way I'm looking, the way I'm dressed, and I'm dressed like I'm one of them. So of course that's what he gonna get from me. So, but it was just crazy that you said that, because that's how people treat me. Like, bro, you him? Okay, you stay. Okay, who are you? Do something. You know what I mean? So
yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, you look like one of the guys who like Day 26, from P. Diddy group. So it's like, I ain't gonna lie. When I first saw you, I was like, wait a minute, is it him? I ain't gonna say I said the same thing. Because your sense of style is just unique. It's just you don't normally see that. I want to say you don't look like you from Miami, because Miami, we have that hood type style. Your style is like very like out there. Like you like, it seems like you got a stylist. Do you style yourself?
No, I do everything myself.
Wow, that's what's up. So let me ask you a question. So how do you keep learning as you continue to grow in this business? You know what I mean? Because I think that's a big question that, because I used to be an artist myself, and I given up. I'm gonna just keep it 100 with you. And I thought that in my growth, I felt like there was a growth spurt there. I think that I wasn't keep learning the game. I just wanted to just be an artist. So I just wanted to say, how does that reflect to you and yourself? How do you keep learning in this business?
Man, I guess because back in the day, I made this shit a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a lifestyle for me now. It's nothing that I'm trying to do no more to me. Now it's just about everybody else catching up. So I'm not so much of trying to do what it is I'm doing, but because I feel like it's a lifestyle now, I continue to go. And every day I'm growing. Every day I'm doing things. Every day I'm learning new. Every day when I'm creating a song, I'm like, oh, okay. Well, let me do this. So now that I'm engineering myself and I have clients of my own where we sit down and I record records and write with them and arrange their record, vocal produce their records. I'm learning how to do little tricks and stuff in and out on the beats and stuff like that. So because, like I said, this is a lifestyle for me, I'm always active in it. So I'm always doing something to learn this. Okay, that. You know what I mean? If that makes sense to you.
No, definitely.
It makes sense. I was going to ask you too, who is DJ Woods? I see like you tag him a lot on your page.
Yeah, that's my DJ. He do a lot of my shows with me, my personal DJ. He also handle a lot of my artwork, a lot of little behind the scenes things. But yes, my personal DJ.
Okay.
Wow. Go ahead, Hakeem.
No, definitely. So my next thing is tell me your biggest accomplishments and tell me your biggest failures since you've been in this business.
Oh, I had a couple big things that happened. I don't know if y'all familiar with this band around the South though. They're called the PC band, and it may not be big to a lot of other people, but to me it was huge because these people have a huge following, and these people have I'm talking about all eyes are on them when it comes to leading to do live shows and cover songs and all that type of stuff. But they just recently did an album and they hired me on to do the full album. I executive produced the whole album and I wrote on 4 of the records, fully arranged the whole project. That I was in a position to actually be able to work with Bobby Rush. I know y'all probably heard of him. Yeah. That was a real big accomplishment for me to work with him. I done some work with the Barcades. I know y'all probably didn't heard of them.
Yep.
I'm on A-Ball and MJG project, so it's a lot. Oh
Lord Jesus!
Yeah, it's a lot of things that happen that are huge to me. That may not be huge to a lot of others, but they're huge to me. You know what I'm saying? That and then, man, of course I do. Okay, my failure. One of my biggest failure things that happened was we had a deal with Master P, and he wanted to sign the group. He was sending money down here for the group or whatever. But like I said, we had different people that was pulling us different ways. And had a situation where we parted ways, but I had a personal relationship with him. And he told me personally, and I'm saying this on air, so if he ever hear this, this ain't no joke, this ain't no funny business, ain't no lie. He can come back to me and say, well, yeah, I said it. He told me, he said, Shorty, I'll mess with you, but I'd never mess with the group again. But I was loyal to my group because what I was afraid of, I know we was popping already. I'm like, what if I get with P? And P shelf me, then the group get real big and somebody, you know what I mean? So I just was thinking let me just stay loyal to my boys. But then a few months after that, the group broke up and I tried to reach back out to P. He lost his number. He changed his number. So that was one of my biggest failures, to.
Wow. But I want to ask you, do you feel like you made a mistake? You think you should have took the risk?
I feel like it's I do, but I don't. I feel like I made a mistake from the perspective of I probably could have been in the game a lot more. But at the same time, I don't feel like I made a mistake because now I know a lot more than I knew then. So I probably would have been in a position to be fucked, messed up bad or got over on or lost a lot of money or been used. So I know now if that same situation was to happen to me, I got it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I do, but I don't.
For me, and I just want to comment on that. And that's the thing about Black people and about us as brothers. We always want to keep it 100. You feel me?
Right.
And not to hurt other people's feelings. But this is why, as a collective, as a group, we also got to know, DJ, if you the dude that's going to get us the deal, we just got to push you. And people have to put their egos aside. Keeping it real is getting us out the ghetto. Let's get our feelings out the way No, nigga, go sign that deal. So with what the fuck? So we can be out this bitch. Cause you know, we playing penitentiary games out here and it's for real. So you know what I mean? But I do respect that because I've been in situations like that. And as you get older, you have to make the conscious decision about that. So I definitely understand.
But I appreciate the wait out because, you know, like I said, I got to learn who I was. And at that moment, man, I was really a robot that was just a kid that was coming out of high school. And now girls are screaming for me. And we all over the South and we doing all these shows. I'm the lead singer. Master P want to mess with me now. So now I'm hype off of that. And I still don't know who I am. You know what I'm saying? So what I appreciate for that wait is I got to learn who I am and know my worth and what I am doing versus having to go through a whole lot of bump my head. I got this, I got robbed for this and got messed up for this. Now, nah, man. So I'm thankful on both ends, but you know, I wonder what that side would have took off like too.
No, definitely. I wanted to ask you, was it the love therapy that you had wrote on for the BC Man?
Yeah. I did the whole project.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, tell us about that experience about you doing the whole project. You know, a lot of artists don't have that opportunity to do.
Yeah, bro. Man, it was really amazing to me, like I said, because all of my career I've always been a singer-songwriter, but I never operated under the songwriter title, only because, man, I was too in a zone of trying to get a hit record for myself. And every hit record that I got, I'm like, man, that's for me. I'm not going to give it to you and you mess around and get on and then you famous and now it's my song. So that's how I used to think. But, you know, like I said, as I got older, now I understand, like, bro, I could put a hit record on me. I could put a hit record on you and you and you and you and it keep going. So getting in with an actual band and do covers and creating a sound for them and creating an avenue for them in the music business. I also directed all of their music videos. So, you know what I'm saying? To have that opportunity was just like, wow, bro, it's amazing that somebody else trusts my ear. Somebody else trusts, you know, what I'm saying, or when I say do this note or do that, you trust me from that perspective. So that's that's huge for me. You know what I mean?
No, definitely that because I do see the album and I do see, you know what I mean, a lot with it. Now I'm gonna throw you a curveball here, and I like to ask this question, and I know a lot of people get thrown off because people. If you was not doing music, what other career would you?
Well, can I answer it like this?
Yeah.
If I was not a singer, what else would I be doing?
No music at all. No music. It has none. No music at all. Like nothing in the music business.
Like you were just a regular Joe.
Just a regular Joe.
I probably would be. I'd probably be like a talk show host or something like that, or a comedian. Yeah, that's what I would be, a comedian. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. I should have known that off the top. Yeah, that's not because aside to music, I'm a full-time actor. Like I do a lot of stage plays, I do short films and a lot of comedy skits. So if I wasn't into music, period, I'd be a full-time mainstream actor.
No wonder you have that stage presence, because when you see some of your live shows, you can see that your stage presence is like someone that actually knows the stage.
Right.
Stage and know how to work the stage. That's only like an actor would do.
I've seen a lot of your videos and I can see the personality and the way y'all edit the videos with your skits and stuff in that. So I do see the personality in there. You know what I mean? Come get your butt cream. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I said, well, these boys is wilding. Yes. So tell me a favorite quote of yours that you might tell yourself. You know what I mean?
Man, you got some really good questions. I like it. One of my favorite quotes is life ain't necessarily short, but life can be. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people always saying life's short, you gotta live. Not necessarily. There's some people that live 100 years.
That is
true. You know what I'm saying? But then you got some people that live 12 years. You know what I'm saying?
Preach.
That is true.
So, you know, life ain't necessarily short, but it definitely can be short. So you got to
make sure you trademark that, because you don't want somebody stealing that.
No.
Hey, look, nobody ever asked me that before. I just always say it around here.
Yeah. It's
and
crazy.
Another one of my favorite quotes that I always say, I mentioned it several times in a lot of my new music that I have on the way, is I'm on another level. Straight up. I'm on a whole nother level than what I was last week. I'm on a whole another level from what I was last month, a whole nother level from what I was yesterday, last night. I'm on a whole nother level, period. Every day, I try to level up.
I love that, man. You see, I wish a lot of young brothers could hear that, man, because I think that just going back to stunning your growth, I think we just don't want to elevate and be on another level. Sometimes it's like 60 degrees of separation sometimes. You know what I mean? Taking your mind and just putting it to a whole nother place. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, I want to ask you too, do you find it very difficult to always be on the road, like 24/7?
I don't, bro. I don't. I promise you I don't. Well, I do from the perspective of I have 2 beautiful girls, you know what I'm saying? 2 little daughters. So even though a lot of times they don't be caring, they see me when they see me. When I don't, hey daddy, like I ain't even been nowhere. But they so young and little. Yeah. I'm not gonna say I wish I had every day at home because I know I don't. That my life is what it is, and this was a lifestyle before they got here, so I can't switch that. But just missing their little faces, them little pretty faces, and be like, I'm ready to go to the house, kiss my babies, and I can leave right back out and go to the next city. You know. No,
Devin, but they also benefiting from the work that you're doing because I know they sleeping in good houses. They you know what I mean. So there's the sacrifices that is made there.
Oh yeah, when I was 8, 9 years old, man, we lived in a 2-bedroom house. You know what I'm saying? Me, my brother, and my sister stayed in the same bedroom. You know what I mean? My baby's 8, 9 years old, 4 years old, living in a 5-bedroom, 2-story house. You know what I mean? With their own bedroom and their own bathroom. So, and this is all because of what I'm creating for. You know what I mean? So it's a whole. We grew up. I was 8, 9 years old. I rolled around in the Mitsubishi with my daddy. You know what I'm saying? My girls ride around in a Porsche. So, hey, it is what it is.
That's a success story there.
Hear that too. Yeah.
That's a success story.
And stuff like that. Because it gives you motivation to keep pushing forward.
Yeah,
exactly. Because I know what's next. What's next is the others.
You're right. Especially coming from Memphis, gang capital, gangland. Like,
I'm able to say I never in my life ever been initiated into nothing but me. I've never been a street guy. I never shot guns. I never sold drugs. It's never been me. I've never been caught up by that, bro. I've always done what it is I do.
I love that to hear that. Praise God. Praise be to God.
Bro. So I ain't know none of that.
And that's good to say that. It segue to a next question. Off the top of your head, name the most 3 influential people that played a big part in your life.
Famous or
that doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter. It could be famous, non-famous. It doesn't matter. Name 3 most influential people that was a big component to getting to where you got to go.
Well, one was my granddaddy, man. I mean, he's still alive today, but my granddaddy was one of my main influences, but only because he's on another side. He came up. I mean, when I came up, he was doing gospel, of course. Singing in gospel quartet groups, and he was a pastor, so they put him in front of people. They made him a leader. He leading the flock of people now. So now I'm looking at it from the boss perspective. But like I said again, he was a pastor, and he did music from the gospel side. And one thing about him is he never gave up. Even when one church building closed down, he opened up another one in another building. You know, when this one didn't happen, he opened up in another building. He never really gave up on what he do. So that really was played a major part with me to let me know, man, never give up. Always keep going. Keep doing what you're doing, no matter how hard it is, no matter how long it takes. Don't give up. Keep going. So that was one piece I pulled from my granddaddy. Secondly, I probably should say this one first, but if I went famous, R. Kelly, and I'm gonna say it for reason why.
Yeah.
Really because of his music.
We love R. Kelly here. There's no shame in that.
Yeah, Kel's never been able to be put in a box when it comes to his kind of music. Like, he would do any kind of music, and you're going to love whatever he put out. Versus, if you're a reggae artist, nigga, you got to only do reggae. If you're R&B, you can only do R&B. If you're blues, you can only do blues. But no, R. Kelly did R&B, rhythm and blues, gospel. He did all of it. There's no boxing, man. You know what I'm saying? So that really let me know that it ain't no cap to the music. Like, do what you feel, and it's about what you really feel when you vibe it. So he influenced me in that area. And then my little brother, Buko. When I had the opportunity to go to LA years ago, like I said, when after the Masterpiece situation, I had the opportunity to move to LA. But I had a little brother, and I stayed with him and brought him up with keeping him around studio, keeping him in studios, keeping him around artists. I'm talking about when he in the 6th, 7th grade, had his mind on production to where now he owns his own studio and he produced for half of the city. You know what I'm saying? So
that's
but seeing my young brother, being this young dude that's not caught up in the streets, that's not caught up in the gangs, that's never been to jail, that don't do none of this crazy stuff out here. He ain't got to walk with guns, even though he got them. He don't have to walk with them because his life ain't in that type of, you know what I'm saying? But able to be able to create with somebody that's younger than me, but see another side of me that I don't even, you know what I'm saying? So he pushed me to have this younger energy to where now when people talk to me, they say, man, I thought you was the younger brother. Because I got all this animation, all this energy, all my music. I'm keeping up with all this other, but I have to get it to my brother because he the one that put me on the mindset of saying, I know I can do this. I know I can do it. Okay. You know what I mean? And not have to struggle and wonder how to do it. You know what I'm saying? So that would be my three: my granddaddy, Kills, and my little brother.
Man, that
was deep, man. I ain't gonna lie. That was deep. Now I want to ask you a technical question. Now, this is something because we do have a lot of people here who do want to be musicians, and who do want to rap and stuff like that. So, and they would love to know these type of things. What you think is the best resources that you had utilized to help you get along your way in the music?
Really just relationships, bro. Like doing what I do, and when I'm going to different cities, building relationships with certain important people. Like one thing that I had to make sure, even in my city, was I connected with people that made sense. Mm-hmm. So that when I need to reach out for certain things or certain, you know what I mean, those resources are there. I
want you to go more in depth.
More in depth, you're dead on. Which important people do you think that? Because here's the thing, you have a lot of musicians who get caught up with the wrong people. And the thing about it is they need to hone in on like who could be listening to, okay, hey, if I touch down in, let's say if I touch down in Memphis, who are the key, and you don't have to say a particular name, but you could be like, who do I need to hit up? Or what type of people do I need to connect myself with to get my music the way it need to go? You know what I mean? And that's the point where to trying to give these people maybe a more of an educational guideline. Is it the DJ? Is it, do we hit up the photographer? Or the promoter, or you know what I mean, so they can get a kind of an understanding on a template. No matter where they go, they know who to hit up first.
Well, around here, man, the radio has been really, really good to me around here. You know what I'm saying? So I dare not say the radio DJ will definitely be some ones to run into and talk to. But staying in some of these club, man, a lot of these newer DJs that are coming up in the city are really the ones that got the ear to the city. You know what I'm saying? That's really feeding the city before the radio gets. You know what I'm saying? Like these younger DJs that are around here has really been a good help too at the same time.
Okay, definitely. So basically, the DJs, those are the main people. If a rapper really want to get off the ground on whatever city he goes to, hit the DJs up.
Well, I'm gonna say this, and I don't want to. I really hate to say this, bro, because I'm not promoting this. Yeah. But this is what happens nowadays around. I know for this city, it's almost like rappers, and I swear I hate to say this, but if you ain't a gang type of dude, you're not affiliated, then you really don't. They really not gonna pay you no attention, because what it is okay, you come through and you this major GD. You connect with other GDs in the city, and you really talented and bumping, then all that you get behind you. So
you speaking facts.
Whole street ride. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking facts. You speaking facts.
What happens next after that? Say, for instance, somebody in CMG is a GD. Yep, well, pop, over here popping, which is how Shiesty, all these other guys got these. Bro, I ain't even gonna speak. One of the main people coming out of this city had something to say about me, and they said the only reason why they ain't signed me, is because I ain't got enough on my jacket.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
so that
sad.
means you have the talent and the skill, they still won't sign you.
They won't sign because he ain't busting no gun.
See, the game is, the play to this is, bro, and I hate speaking and talking too much because I know I give away too much before it's too late. But the game is, bro, if I sign one of these niggas that's talking about killing and shooting, and I put $1 million deal on them, 9 times out of 10, they're going to either get killed or go to jail. And that $1 million insurance is coming back to me.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Preach.
No, that's a fact. Man. No, you know what you're talking about. It's a look, everybody who's famous is in jail. Fugamo's doing 5 years. Pooh Shiesty's locked up in TGK. which he's in 2 separate cases. There was a shooting in Bell Harbor, and then there was a shooting at the club. It's not looking good for him.
You think Gucci ain't getting paid off of?
Oh, no. They're eating. Wyatt Finlucci, who got caught up with some Miami niggas on a murder in Georgia. So you're speaking 1,000% facts. 1,000%. I also wanted to also commend you because you did say something. You dropped the gem that a lot of people are not getting.
What's that?
Duke Deuce. You ever heard of him?
Yeah. He's from Memphis.
He's a GD.
Right.
He's a GD. Big 30 in Pusheist. I think they're Grape Street because I've heard Big 30 say Grape Street in his record because I know Grape Street is big in Memphis.
Right.
And a lot of these other guys, will we not mention their name, but the gang affiliation is kind of strong. So you're 100% on goal.
Yeah. So me being a complete ladies type of thing, it's too much work. I ain't finna call that. It's too much to put into it. I was actually told that another one of the mainstream people out of the city said the reason I won't sign Prince is because he know too much. But this is another motto that I meant to say that I always say this. This is another saying that I always say. It's easy for a smart nigga to play dumb. But it's impossible for a dummy to play smart. Always say, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, it ain't nothing to play the game. But it's like y'all want somebody that's dumb and slow and that's just in it for the stupid reason that's going to jeopardize all this, jeopardize that, instead of somebody that's going to carry this legacy and help put this at a whole nother position. But the only people think like that is people that's like the Rick Rosses or you know what I mean? The people that just have that other mindset. You know what I mean? So around here, everybody that's even talented, the people that know how to sing and people that can act and people that can do things, they result to trying to be a street dude because they think that's what it is that's gonna get me on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Prime example, look at 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine is not really a street dude. He's portraying to be a street dude, but he's not really a street dude.
Bro, this is why it's so much killing. This is why it's so much killing because niggas don't know how to be me because they're trying to result in being something that they think gonna help them get money. And the first time they run into an altercation, they pulling their gun out. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know how to stand up and be a real man because I got to be this type of nigga for everybody in school to think I'm cool. I got to be this type of nigga to be popping on the Instagram. I got to be this kind of nigga to be a rapper instead of knowing, damn, bro, I can look like that, but do this. Which means this is why, like you said to me, they might not say you a singer because of how I dress and how I look. The whole message behind it is, nigga, you can look like this and do this, but talk about something totally different. So now I got your attention with all the chains on. I got your attention with my hair, you know what I'm saying? Just the way my lingo. But now, nigga, I'm talking about something totally different. I ain't saying that one time, put the shirt and put in the trunk and look, we're going to serve it out the back. No, nigga, we ain't talking about that.
No, that's G. You just dropped the whole mouthful, man. You just dropped the whole mouthful, and I think that this should be an inspiration for people. Like, you don't have to be a gangster to be in this music. I just think you just gotta. A lot of it might be for people to move from a certain area to get the way they need to go. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, bro. All I know is it's to the point now when people come around the city, they don't even mention R&B like that. Everybody, even on mainstream shit, they more so talking about rap. The rapper. Everything is rapper. Because that's what gets the light. The street dumb shit. The street, that's what make the blogs. When dumb niggas come out and they killing each other and they robbing and doing it. That's what makes the shit. The stupid shit.
It's gonna shift soon though, because everything can't last forever, man. Now, this is my last question for you, and because I want to try to cover all points. If you could step in my shoes, what would be a question that I didn't ask you? Like if you was in my shoes and you was interviewing yourself, what would be a question that I didn't ask you?
Let me see. That's bad. You is the best interview I ever had in my life. I never these are crazy. Oh man.
Welcome to KI Culture Radio.
I've been asked a lot of times what make me different. You know, and I would often reply and say, okay, you like vodka, right?
Love it. Okay. Love it. Especially the apple one, the cranberry. You know, we drink Ciroc here.
Okay, so for instance, if all vodka was clear and red happened to be one of your favorite colors to drink.
Yeah.
So I know all vodkas look like this, but it's something about that vodka that don't look like the other vodkas, but it look great. That'll be me. You know what I mean? I don't look like the actual R&B artist, you know what I'm saying? That you look around and see the smooth shirt and tie, or I'm not that one. But I'm this other type of attractive type of vodka bottle, R&B artist that's gonna give you that drip, and that's gonna give you this, and gonna give you that. But I ain't on that dumb shit at the same time. So your curiosity, see what they red strawberry vodka taste like. Let me see what that about. Once you give me a shot, give me a try, you'll understand that's what's different. Oh, this nigga is totally different. Like he ain't that, he this. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that would have been the answer to that.
No, that's a great answer. That's a great answer.
And for me, I was gonna say, if you had one thing to say, what would you tell your fans?
Man, I love you. Thank you. Keep watching, stay supporting. And I got a new project called Mr. Prince on the way. If you follow me, I'll be putting that information out very soon. I got new visuals on the way, new music videos, all that on the way. Now, I'm actually in between titles.
Tell them how they can find you. Tell them how they can find you as well.
Oh, all social platforms is Prince, regular spelling prince.djae. Or you can go to my website. That's prince.djae.com.
Which will also be on the description below, so people can find you, find your Instagram, your website.
And I'm gonna put your website on there, DJ J, and like you said, DJAE.com.
There we go, prince.djae.com.
Any last words, Hakeem?
Man, definitely, man. Hey, DJ, man, you've been very inspirational. You've been very straightforward, and this is why I love Memphis niggas. I love them. No, because they listen. Every Memphis nigga I meet, they keep it 100. It's not no for it.
No, we can't go 45, 68, 92. It's all well 100.
Yeah, and I guess it's just something about y'all, because y'all covered in two different sides. You got Mississippi over here, you got Tennessee over here, and y'all don't even got a major airport. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh man. We were just talking about that, man. Our airport look like the hood.
Yeah, so it makes so it's a lot of y'all go through stuff that every time I meet something, but to hear your story just lets me know that you actually represent a new generation of Memphis people that's coming out. You know what I mean? Which is a beautiful thing to see. You know what I mean? The more eccentric, more universal, more original. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of these guys that we're seeing now that throwing up that Memphis tag, they all just sound the same. They all look the same. They all represent the same. Huh?
I'm sorry, man, because what did you just say? I represent a more. What's the word you just used?
Eccentric.
Man, someone just said that to me the other day, and I had never heard that before. I was like, "What you talking about?" You know what I mean?
It means that you're different. It means that it's like lively. You're not of the norm. You feel me, I'm trying to say? You're not of the norm. You're not a typical person that we can see from Black Haven, from any other Orange Mound or anything like that. Nigga with a Ferragamo, you know what I mean? So you are different, and that's why I think this is why it's important that we try to nurture these people like you and put you out more than expecting, because we don't here, me and my partner here, we don't put none of that gang shit on it.
Oh man, I hate it.
You can go look at any of our past interviews. We do not support none of that goofy stuff. And a lot of people, because we're grown men here. So that's why I was like, it's a pleasure for us to speak to you. And that's all.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's an honor to be on y'all's show, bro. I appreciate you. I hope the world can hear this.
No, definitely. Yes. And we're going to promote this, and I'm going to have this ready as soon as possible so it can drop. You know what I mean? Because this is a great conversation we had with you.
Yeah, but I do want to have one more question. It's about Juicy J, because Juicy J is from Memphis. I want to ask you, did you ever meet him?
Yeah, I met him before. I never done any. Actually, I redid. If you go on my page, I redid Slob on my knob, like going on. I redid it, and he heard it actually. Yeah, he heard it actually. It was like, it's dope, but I never got the chance to really talk to him about it. Try to do no work. One of my partners worked real close with him, but I never got the chance to just like do no work with him or get one-on-one with him.
I love his brother. Project Pack is one of my favorite rappers.
Yeah, I'm working with an artist right now. We actually working on his project. I'm doing his whole album. We just got a feature from Project Pack.
Oh man,
like a week ago.
I love
it. Man, you don't stop working, man. That's
you don't stop working, man. No, definitely.
Oh, come on. I told y'all some lifestyle, bro.
You remind me of Neo. Neo is the same way. Neo, he writes songs for everybody.
You know what I mean? Bro.
Wow, that's crazy. But Hakeem, you already know. That being said, KI Culture Radio.
We out. Peace, people.
Oh, yeah. Holla.
Man, I just appreciate y'all just listening. Stay tuned for the next episode.